Okay. If you can hear me, clap once. Although, I doubt anybody's gonna be clapping in real life. Oh, I got one. Thanks, Michael. Okay. Fred Paulo is just messaging whatever in Discord. Oh, hotel has free Wi-Fi. Maybe Fred Paulo will watch the stream then, and that free Wi-Fi. Okay, so we have. I think it just said 4, but now it says 5 viewers. Yeah. So this is the first episode of combating the 4,380 hours. I'll tell you very quickly why this is the title of the upcoming streams. Basically, I was having a conversation in Discord, like I do, with Michael Susano, whatever. I've heard you pronounce your name at least once. About all the people who are going to be leaving and all the changes that come in the fall and stuff like that. And Fred Paulo is here. Brilliant. And I thought that this live stream would be kind of just not a coping mechanism, but just a way to just sort of talk out everything. And I think it's good for me. I think it's kind of like therapy. I mean, YouTube's not my therapy in any way, like at all. You're gonna get. Actually, no, I don't need to move Jib Jab. Okay. So, just not a recap, but just kind of a whole thing to let y'all know what's going on in terms of people leaving and whatever. So, in the fall, I'm going to be going to university, doing the school thing, all that stuff. I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to make or post videos as I do now, obviously, because I haven't been doing anything all summer except for YouTube and going on my 3-week vacation and whatever. And the 3-week vacation wasn't even really a vacation. It was work. Like, I'm not going to deny it was work, but it was good work, and it was good for me. Oh, people are saying hi to me in the chat. All the names I like are taken. Hello! Rocking that Pokemon trainer outfit. Give me a popsicle. Wow, okay. This used to be a popsicle, by the way. Now I just feel like I'm kind of like one of those farmers that puts like a thing of wheat in their mouth or whatever, only it's a popsicle. I do look like like a Pokemon trainer, just a bit. Just a bit. That's actually kind of hilarious now that I think about it. Okay, but basically, I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of work in the fall, and like I'm gonna try and stay on top of all my YouTube stuff as much as I can. And if I can't deliver on that, it's gonna be sad. But I want to be able to do that, and I want to be able to deliver on songs for Rough Cut Reject and all that stuff. And it's gonna be good. I at least want it to be that. But in terms of people who are leaving, like I've told Michael or BAP, if you all are from the Discord server, lots of my family and close friends are going to be moving away, either for school or otherwise, and I get to stay here, which is fine. Like, I'm not it's not like I want to go anywhere because I really don't want to go anywhere. Um, but it's a tough thing to just stay here and watch people leave. And even though there is a saying of like, oh yeah, they're going to come back, it's not going to be a permanent thing, it's a temporary whatever. There's still the feeling of like, well, what if something happens to them? Whatever. Like, it's very, I don't know. I always think of the possibility that it's going to be a permanent vacation for whoever is leaving. So there is that. Okay, I was trying to get to the point, and the point is why the live stream is called Combating the 4,380 Hours. Okay, so basically, 4,380 hours, that's how many hours are in 6 months. And 6 months is half a year, and within 6 months you have, like a semester of college, university, high school, depending on what school you go to. Like that's um I don't think there are any semesters that are like a solid 6 months. It's usually like it should be less than that. But basically, that's like a big stamp of like, this is a chunk of time where you are in school, and then you have a break for Christmas, and then you go back for another 5-6 months. So basically, uh, this morning I was up at about 9:30. I didn't sleep in until the afternoon, like I usually do, and that's good for me. So, uh, this is exactly what's in the Discord chat. If you all go through this, I got up, went to church like a good little deuteragonist does, and I haven't like I didn't go to church last week, and I have issues pertaining to like my sleep methods and stuff like that, and that's just a me thing. It's not a huge deal. But a lot of my friends are at my church and stuff like that, and there are a lot of the people that I've been hanging out with over the summer. Um, Over my 3-week vacation, my working vacation, a lot of the same people who I know in the church communities go there. We were basically all working at Bible camps, and we were helping out kids and stuff like that. And it's um, like regardless of your spiritual religious beliefs, I think people can agree that like if you can have a camp that is fun, good for kids, then I don't think there's a huge issue. It's not like it's a forced indoctrination. And I don't want it to ever seem like that. And nowadays, Christians in general just get a bad rap for a multitude of things. And if y'all want my opinion on those things, you can ask me. Like I'm like my opinions are very I don't want to say my opinions are abnormal. My opinions sometimes do like upset people, and that's fine. I mean, people can like they have the right to think what they want to think. Basically, the bottom line is that my work at the camps was fun. I had a fantastic time. I was surrounded by fantastic people, and it was just a great time to have community and congregation and all that stuff. Um, so in terms of my friends who go to church and stuff like that. So my best friend, her name is Bear. She's literally like the best person I know. Um, uh, so she's moving away for school, like a lot of people do, and like it's not abnormal for people our age to be moving away to go to different colleges or universities or whatever. But even after spending so much time around her and around all my friends, and again, this big community and congregation and all that stuff, it's really hard to see people go. And today is, um, was, this morning was the last time I get to see her before she leaves. And I'm not gonna try and like dwell on it or be sad about it because I don't it's not something I need to cry about. Um I I, I don't really think it's worth it. Like it's going to make me sad and sometimes it's going to eat me, but um I have to like rise above that and be better. So um yeah, I think me like kind of struggling to talk about this is my way of like showing like I care so deeply for these people that watching them leave, even if it only is for a short amount of time, like it's torturous. Um, and the thing is that she told me it's only going to be for 6 months or whatever, and that's how we get the name of this live stream, which is combating the 4,380 hours. So I've talked before about the possibility of doing a weekly live stream, and I think that might be what this is. I think eventually I will choose like one day to do it consistently or weekly. Um, and then it'll just be, you know, episodes upon episodes of that. And I think that is good. Once I actually have a steady schedule um, for my first term for university, then I'll be able to know what days I have the most time to film or what days I have the most time to live stream, and I will be able to use that as a guideline to do this for however long. And in between that, I might do live streams weekly, or I might do them whenever I want and just do videos whenever, and that'll be that. But yeah, it just kind of stuck with me that one of the last things that she said was it's only going to be 6 months. And the thing is that um when you are close to a person and you have to be away from them for a long allotted amount of time, it sucks. And it like she hasn't even left yet and it sucks. But like I was saying on Discord, that's not even the only person who is leaving. um, my two sisters are also going to be leaving. One is um, going to a whole different country. And again, sucks. Yeah, my oldest sister is going to be in another country for at least a year, maybe more, and um, we've already been told like she's not going to be coming back for holidays or whatever. And I mean, what are you supposed to do about that? I don't know if any of you are actually close with any of your siblings, but I'm very close with mine. I value my family ultimately, like a whole lot, and it's going to be hard to be away from the people you love, obviously, but find ways to combat it. And here we are doing the live stream thing, combating the 4,380 hours. And it's just going to go from there. And I think that the more I talk, the more I get these things out, then the easier it's going to be. And as for what these live streams are going to entail, sometimes it'll just be me talking like this. Sometimes it'll be me doing music. Sometimes I will go out and make another grilled cheese sandwich. I don't know. But to be able to combat the hours, I have to be busy. And university is definitely going to help with that. But I mean, who knows? Anything can happen. Yeah. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, and that took way too long to explain because I go into detail about everything, I wanted to talk a little bit about the new song, which is called Now. It is the newest video on my channel, and it is the newest and second song for Rough Cut Reject. For the 4 people who are in the stream, if you have listened to it, I would like to know your opinion. And if you haven't listened to it, that's cool. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. Sometimes I get sick of my own music too. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about it and kind of go into detail about, some of the behind the scenes stuff and whatever. And okay. No, this isn't grilled cheese part 4, and also I'm slightly concerned. Why are you turning on your stove? In the meantime, actually, I'll just open the floor. I could treat this as a sort of ask me about my music kind of thing. What actually would be able to work is if any of you actually have a favorite lyric. I mean, you literally just listening to me, who created the song, talk about this stuff. I could literally tell you what each lyric means, or what the context is, or whatever, or if there is any context, because as seen on previous live streams, sometimes there really isn't any. Also, today I was working with the loop pedal, trying to make some loop music, and the audio just wasn't cutting it. So I had to delete the footage, but I don't know. This wasn't working today. It wasn't doing the thing. And that kind of sucked. Also, I wanted to say that the thing that I used to make the thumbnail is literally like one of my favorite things ever. It's basically this little ball maze, and this is the position that I actually had it in for the thumbnail, and inside this ball maze is the piece of paper. It's still in there. It has all the stuff that's in the picture. Basically, this is a maze where you have to put the ball into this little socket. Can't really see it because of the quality, but once you get it in there, you push down on this button or whatever, and then this whole slot pops out, and you can take out the card or the piece of paper. The whole idea is that you can give this to a friend as a joke. You can put like a gift card in here, or you could put, other things in here that are around the size of a credit card, and basically say, if you want it back, you have to solve the maze. And that is literally the only way that you are getting access to this stuff. So, yeah. Oh. Okay, someone's trying to speak Spanish to me. I only know a little bit of Spanish. I know that Espanol is Spanish. I don't know what the other word is. Maybe it's for me to say. Maybe they're just saying, speak Spanish. Yeah. Are the people in the song your friends? 2 of them, yes. 1 of them, no. Okay. Okay, Edwin, well, if you can speak English, speak English. I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm saying that's like the only thing I'm fluent in. What is that? Ruby Rider? It's the only thing that comes to mind right now. So, the first person who's mentioned, there was a girl I knew stoic faced at 5'2". That is somebody that I knew from high school. Um, used to be one of my closest friends and now is not. Like, long story short, I lost a lot of friends in high school and lots of people don't like me anymore. So, um, basically that whole stanza of lyrics is basically saying that I made mistakes. I could have done a million things. Like, I could have done anything. Um, but I fell short like I usually like I seem to do. And it's basically to say that I had multiple opportunities to mend the relationship and to make things better and to reconcile and to have everything work out. And I decided, um, I mean, sometimes I would knowingly decide, and sometimes I would have no idea because I'm a moron. Um, but I would decide to not make things better. So, like, one thing that people know about me is that I'm very easy to take the blame upon myself, and I'm also very easy to admit all of my wrongs. It's like repentance or whatever. Um, yeah, so that's basically all you need to know about that. Yeah, going into in high school, things happened. Relationship was not like relationship didn't fix itself. Missed out. Goodbye. The second part, which is there's a boy who lives down the street. Literally, there's a guy who lives down the street who I used to be friends with, and it's basically I should have kept in contact with him, and I didn't. And now we don't talk to each other. Um, like again, it's another thing where it's like I had opportunities and I didn't take them. And part of it is regret, but songs are another way for me to just like say a bunch of stupid whatever and then move on. Um which it doesn't speed up the process. If somebody passed away, writing a song would not speed up the 5 stages of grief for me. It would just make it easier to deal with. As for there's a singer with a broken soul. That one's just me. Like, that stanza is literally about me. Um I mean, I got nothing else to really say about that. Um there's a singer with a broken soul, lost it 2 years ago. So basically 2 years ago I had a huge um like crisis of my own, and things went awry and things happened, stuff went down, and here I am. Like, the thing is that despite what I've gone through, I've made it out relatively fine. And a lot of people don't get that kind of chance, which is sad, but them's the breaks, I guess. Um yeah. Sometimes my lyrics are really lame. uh I don't know. The behind the scenes of what lyrics actually mean. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's really not. Um, yeah. There's a singer with a broken soul, lost it 2 years ago. And if somebody doesn't know that like stanza of lyrics is about me, then the part where it says, and I could have done a million things, is like an outsider's perspective looking in. It's like, oh, I should help that person. When in reality, it is literally me talking about myself saying, I could have helped myself and I could have made things better and I could have done all these things to improve my quality of life and my relationships and stuff like that. And I willingly decided not to. And I had good reasons and bad reasons, and my life was better and worse because of it. And looking back on that kind of thing now I think it's really interesting because it shows my decision making and it also shows the results. So, for example, the lyrics are my past, and then you have me in the present analyzing said past lyrics, doing that whole thing. Whew. And it gives me a great amount of perspective. Are you asking me if I'm a dude? Are you man or women? Are you man? Are you mom or woman? I feel like you need spelling lessons, but maybe I should just not answer your question and let you sit um in confusion forever. Uh there, you know what? If you don't know the answer to that question, go watch more of my videos. Give me more views. Cuz you will literally figure it out within, I want to say, 5 videos or less. You'll figure out whether or not whether I'm a guy or a girl. Um yeah. Uh Also, another thing about the song that um is very meaningful to me, which um nobody who's watching the live stream right now is going to understand unless you know me personally, or unless you were there at the time when I had this epiphany. So while I was on my vacation, when you do a lot of work in camp, you run into a lot of people who have their own issues, and that's just a thing that happens. But the good thing about that is that you also run into a lot of people who can help you with those problems. The thing about the camp that I was working at is that it's so giving. There's so much just like pure goodness in the humanity. Um, so I was consoling one of my friends. No hablo inglés. You know what? Don't care. I'm a little bit bitter, but that's okay. You've literally been speaking broken English to me, so whatever. Um, I was consoling one of my friends, and I was trying to find a way to um say to her like how much or how greatly I was caring for her. And I came up with the sentence, I will love you as much as you need, which is always more than you want. And upon saying that to different people, the response was actually very similar from person to person, because it suddenly like set in how deeply I cared for people. And I don't know, it's one of my better qualities. So like you ask anybody who knows me, um or who knows me as closely as Bear does, um they'll like those people will probably say that I am that caring person who goes out of her way to do all these things. And I am so, as I'm gonna start quoting my other music from At What Cost. Do I care too much? Like, do I care too much? Like, yeah. My relationships with people, with my friends, specifically, um, are everything. And I don't want to go a day without telling those people how deeply, how much I care for them, because I think not only do they deserve to know, but I think that those people deserve to be loved. And it's just my honest opinion about the people who have not only taken care of me, but who have been around um, for me since I've gotten out of my terrible situation. And it's been great. Like, it's I don't know. So that sentence, even though it was really, 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 really awkward for me to sing that constantly, I will love you as much as you need, which is always more than you want. Like, I'll tell you guys, singing that bridge was very awkward because it's not something that I say very often. I don't go out telling people I love them unless they're my family or they're really, really close to me. Um, and being able to take one of my iconic phrases or whatever, um, and being able to sing that with so much meaning is so weird to me. Um, especially because like YouTube is not gonna understand it as much as those people do. And I don't think any of those people who I'm talking about or who are in the song are actually in this live stream right now. It could be. It's very possible, but they're not. Or at least I don't think they are. They can make themselves known if they are, but I'll leave that up to them. Yeah. It's funny because caring for people is not only the thing that got me in trouble 2 years ago, but also the thing that got me out of trouble in the middle of my trouble. It has both broken and saved me in different ways. And I don't know. I value people very, very much. And that's about all I have to say about that. Whew. I don't know. I like doing this sort of not Q&A. This isn't really Q&A stuff, but um I like answering these kinds of questions that pertain to my music because my music very much is it's very much a result of everything that's happened to me in my life. What happened 2 years ago? Lots of things, honestly. Okay, basically to sum it up, I made a lot of mistakes in my inner circle of friends, and those friends decided they didn't want to hang out with me. And to this day, I haven't really talked to any of them, and mistakes were made. Lots of mistakes were made. I was having a lot of issues with how I thought about myself, how I thought about other people, and I relied so heavily on other people's opinions of me. And they were opinions that I didn't need. And I didn't really realize that until I went back to camp and found people who actually valued me. Um, and kind of just showed me that they're like what kindness was. Um, I don't have, or at least I don't think I have a tragic backstory. I'm not gonna go ahead and say anything here, in great detail because, like personal. But I will say that despite the fact that I haven't gone through anything seemingly traumatic, or at least in my opinion, it's not super traumatic. It hit me really, really hard, and things sucked. My grades went down. I stopped talking to people. Um, I only ever wanted to be in my room doing work or being on YouTube, and I didn't eat very well. I stopped eating breakfast, and um, I didn't sleep well at all. All my friends were gone. I didn't have courage or um I didn't have the courage or bravery to go up and talk to them and mend things like I probably should have. And um I do feel like a lot of the reason why I didn't do anything about it was because of cowardice. I was so ashamed of what I had done that I didn't deserve. I didn't think I deserved anybody's forgiveness, so I shut myself out. And because I did that, I didn't give people a chance to talk to me, and I sucked myself into this huge black hole, and life just sucked. And I was so done with everything and everyone. And it was the summer of um 2017, and I went back to camp not expecting anything. Um and out of nowhere, this girl recognizes me, and um this girl ends up being Bear, who is like I said, she's like, in my mind, she's my best friend. I would do anything for her. And I I'm not gonna say I blame her, but I think she plays a huge part in why I'm the way I am and why I'm happier. And she just was so nice to me. And I don't know. Like I said, I value those good people. And um it was like, I don't want to say it was like being sent an angel, but it was maybe like a guardian angel. Just somebody who, despite not knowing anything about me at the time, like had open arms and was like, "Yeah, I'm willing to love and care for you, not because you're broken, but because you have value as a human being and you're a person and you deserve to be treated like a person." And even though I still suffer with many things, I don't suffer as hard as I used to. Um, and I don't even think I can be sad about it. The way I work about talking about my trauma is that I either have to laugh or I have to cry, and I'm not doing either right now, so it's kind of weird. So I feel like I'm gonna end up doing one or the other really soon. Yeah, so it sucked, but especially over the last month, I've met so many people who are just willing to care for me. And it's and even the YouTube community, or at least the people who watch me on the internet, um, I never expected it to be like, "We care about this person who creates this stuff for us. Make more content. We appreciate you." Like I never expected it to be like that. But it is, and I can't even really express how grateful I am for that, because it feels like sappy to do that. At the same time, whatever. Like, I really like to present myself as this really like hardcore person, and I'm like, yeah, nothing phases me or whatever. And the reason why I do that is because I had such a rough life for 2 years, and um ever since then I feel like I either have to shut in or shut out. Like, you pick one because you can't have both, or you pick one or the other because you can't have a good life, and whatever. um and just meeting people and getting to connect with them really, like, truly, like, and gave me purpose. Um, it gave me like a I'm not gonna say it gives me like a reason to get up in the morning, but it just gives me more reasons to enjoy my life. And that's something I want to continue doing. That I'm always gonna have people to love, and that's okay with me. Maybe one day I will talk about, like, in detail my trauma, but, I don't know. It's not going to be in this live stream, obviously, and I don't even know how much of that I want to reveal because I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like if I do that, I'm going to get people in trouble or whatever. Because I know that there are people who I've mentioned in my music who are part of my trauma who are probably still subscribed to me, who might be watching this, and I don't want to be on the grounds of like I'm calling them out because they're terrible people. And I'm not going to do that because as much as I was hurt by people, I was going out and hurting people. Like I said, I'm not innocent by any means. I was just so hurt. Couldn't see anything clearly. Yeah. I joke at myself. I'm self-deprecating. I'm really crazy. Like, I'm not average by any means at all. But I get by. And music has really just gotten me through all that. And so I think part of the reason that I'm not completely sad and depressed that people are leaving me in the fall. And I really shouldn't even say it like that. Like, they're not leaving me. They're just going. They're not even going forever. But the reason why I'm not super sad about it is because going into university and just going into a term and just doing the thing, doing the steady thing, and maybe going out and getting a job, making a career, making YouTube videos, and interacting with my audience, and doing all that stuff. I'm not going to say that it's a distraction, but it's going to keep me busy enough to enjoy present moment while also not be completely 100% sad that people are gone, because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so busy that I don't miss you, because that's not true. Of course I'm going to miss them. Like, are you kidding? But it's going to make it a lot easier to deal with. And I mean, I lead a life that's like, it's pretty standard. I don't have much to say about that. Going into 10th grade. I really enjoyed 10th grade. It's 11th and 12th grade that really punched me in the face. I didn't, needless to say, I didn't graduate on very good terms with people, but most of those people I'm probably never going to see for the rest of my life. So, and the thing is I'm just looking at Frederick's comment right now, but I agree. Like, I'm so ready to meet new people. I'm so ready. And that's not because I want to forget about the fact that I have friends like right now. But it's just like I'm ready. I'm just so ready to get into my new life. Is this a legitimate question? Should you date as a freshman in high school? I almost read that as should you date freshmen in high school? And the answer to both is no. Here's the thing about dating in high schools. I'm gonna say that about 90% of high school relationships don't work for a variety of reasons. If you want my personal opinion or like how much experience I've had in relationships, I've never been in one. I've been single my entire life. Despite that fact, I think I should at least have a pretty significant say in what is good and what isn't good for people who are going into high school. Regardless of whether you are going to date in high school, don't go into the year looking for a partner. Just don't. Don't do that. If you go in seeking a relationship from day one, you're going to have a rough time. Focus on the things that are important. And for me, I just want to say that I think the classes are more important. I know people will say that um I know people will say that, school is useless and you're never going to use it, but work your way up to the diploma, get the diploma. If you end up being in a relationship at any point in time during that journey, good for you. Would I advise dating in high school? No. Mostly because I know that um, high schools are very vulnerable. Like they're emotional. They're teenagers. Um, they're rowdy, sassy, and stupid and annoying, and they're doing all these things, and you have those kinds of people dating each other. It's not really a great thing. So yeah. Um, I mean, if you want, like, dating is part of life. I mean, depending on who you are. Um, and I think if you get experience, fine. But know the signs of a healthy and an unhealthy relationship, and don't be afraid to do some research. Um, that I've done a whole lot of research, but yeah, like I'm not gonna go into university in the fall and be like, I'm here to get myself a boyfriend, and that's all I want to do. Yeah, like I think it's pretty pointless for me to go in the fall term and just be like, it's one of my goals. Like I don't really think that helps me at all. Um, yeah. How old am I? I'm an adult. Older than a high schooler. I'm not I'll give you an age range. I'm a university student. I'm not going to give you my age because that's not information that I need to give to you. I give a bunch of personal information on YouTube already. But that's not something I'm going to say. Speaks in a southern accent when she's from Canada and Canadian land. That's true. One of the weird things about my voice is that my accent changes a lot. My singing, however, does not, which is weird. But yes, I do have a very weird voice. I have a very weird accent. I also am a sampler. So for anyone who's seen the movie Baby Driver, I do the exact same thing that Ansel Elgort does, which is I listen to things and I repeat them word for word, and every like inflection is perfectly um, replicated. So my true voice or whatever is about what you're hearing right now, but my different inflections or everything, it's weird. My voice is constantly changing in terms of my accent. So I never really sound Canadian, and I never really sound like I'm from the US. I never really sound like anything. um so it's weird, but uh I don't know. It's weird to hear it back. I was watching through some of the stuff. So I was watching just one of the older live streams from this past week, and I came across one section where I think I said university, like, and I like did this weird inflection where it sounded like I had a fake accent or I was trying to fake an accent. Um, it was weird. Like I find it weird because it makes it sound like I'm faking it when it's really just like this is me talking so much and I don't notice it. Yeah. Yes, I do look 15, but I am an adult. Thank you for noticing. Um, You guys are really like open in the chat. I didn't expect you guys um to be so open, but maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm attracting all the emotions. Do you watch or listen to Dodie? Yes, I do. If you go far enough back in my YouTube channel, you will find a video addressed to her. Maybe I'll cover her songs. Not now, but maybe. I do know how to play one, but yeah. Like Dodie's channel count, that's what I aspire to be like. I aspire to have like it's a weird thing to say, but a comfortable amount of 1 million subscribers. Like there's nothing comfortable about having 1 million people think you're cool. Other than the fact that they think you're cool, that's 1 million people. Yeah. Also, just to respond to Anthony, was it? Yeah. Used to scream and curse when you were younger. Got really upset. I would swear like a sailor all throughout high school. I was terrible for it. Absolutely terrible. And I'm trying more and more to not do that because I think I do think it's kind of trashy when people like use swear words for every other word. And that's another reason why I just go straight into music, because music is just music, like, or at least my music, it's just poetry with elevator music. Like, that's all it is. So I want the songs to not sound trashy, so I don't use language that I deem trashy. Okay. Yeah, and that's not just because like, oh, I want my songs to be clean or whatever. No, I want them to have good meaning as well. I don't know if swearing takes away the meaning or the impact of a song. But I think if you can get through a song without swearing and have it really impact people, then that's a little bit more valuable than using swears as shock value. Tips on songwriting: be honest with yourself. Don't fake it. Pull from real life experiences. Use rhyming couplets if you're a beginner. That's what I did. Pay attention to rhythm and know your voice or your instrument or whatever it is that you're putting into the music. Know it, do it well. Don't be super hypocritical of yourself. What type of music do I listen to? Case. Actually, it's a little much for me to just say Case. I guess I listen to whatever's on the radio. I'm very basic in that way, so I'll listen to all the top artists and whatever. I'll find out what I like and what I don't like. There are a lot of popular artists that I am not a fan of, like at all. Like for example, I don't like Shawn Mendes's music. Lots of teenage girls really don't like my opinion on that. There's maybe 1 or 2 songs that I actually like. But yeah, so I've been listen, like I heard on the radio today In My Blood, and now it's just stuck in my head, and it's not that I hate it, it's just it doesn't really seem like a radio suited song. I have other reasons why I don't like his music. Um, yeah. I mean, besides people like Justin Bieber, Canada hasn't gotten. I don't know. I know that Canada has a lot of great musicians, but right now the only one that I actually really really appreciate is Alessia Cara. I really like her music. Like the song that she did with Zedd called "Stay," fantastic song. However, I don't like "Scars to Your Beautiful." Like I said, my opinions. Teenage girls really don't like my opinions on music sometimes. Um, yeah. So um, I like Alessia Cara. I don't like some of her songs. I don't like Shawn Mendes' music, but I like some of his songs. It's so weird relationships with popular musicians. Also, Whose Case? The single greatest musician on my iTunes. If you want to, hmm. Song suggestion for anybody who hasn't listened to it: "Don't Look Down" by Hi I'm Case, or "Don't Look Down" by Case. Basically, if you want to know why I like Case so much, listen to that song. I had that song on loop for days. I listened to it going in and out of classes. It was great. Um, yeah. Sometimes I do sound who Nick Drake. I'll have to find out who that is. Oh yeah, Gorillaz is good too. Um, what's that new song that they put out and Jack Black is in the video? Da 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 da. Cause right now that's the power will be chained. Like that I like. Yeah, Humility. Yeah. I like that song. I like it a lot. It is such a chill hop. I love it. Also, I didn't know that watching 2D on roller skates was something I needed in my life, but it is now. So, um, yeah, Gorillaz is great. Uh, wow. Okay. Okay. I'll give that a listen for sure. I'll listen to Fireflies. I feel like it's almost wrong of me that I read Fireflies and I was like, Owl City? Huh. um, hmm. I like the Beatles. I do like a lot of their songs. The Beatles, um, that's Bear's favorite band, and which I think is funny. Um, she knows like literally every single song. Uh, and she asked me once, how much of the Beatles have you listened to? And I said, not as much as I should. And she said that was the right answer, so I feel like I got points for that. I don't think I've listened to a lot of John Mayer, honestly. Um, like I know who he is, but I can't really think of a song by him. I also and now people are gonna start commenting songs that he's done or whatever, and I'm gonna be like, ah, yes, I'm an idiot. But um, yeah, I think I would rather listen to the Beatles over John Mayer, unless John Mayer has written songs that I really really like. But I can't think of any. Oh no, don't fight over who the best Beatle was. Gravity? That doesn't ring a bell for me. That was kind of weird. It kind of rhymed. Neon, again, doesn't ring a bell. That is true. Ringo is the supreme Beatle. He is my favorite, for the record. Why is Rolled Shoulder just randomly in the chat? I love how y'all were trying to figure out who the best Beatle was, and every single comment was a different Beatle. We've literally named all 4 of them. Yeah. I think Ringo's the best. I like percussionists. Also, I like the part where he actually sings. He's like, "What would it do?" I think that one is like I get high with a little help from my friends, and now all I can think about when I hear that is the Adventurous Adventures of One Direction, where Harry Styles is like, "I thought that song was about drugs." Where's my capo? Oh, there we go. What's the difference between a grand piano and an upright? And I am not saying that because I am an idiot. I'm being genuinely curious. If they're literally the same thing or related, then I think the piano that I do have is an upright piano. I also do have an electric piano or a keyboard. I've played all of them. I've played a grand piano. I've played an upright. I've played I've played all of them. I think the ones that I have are just not grand. Can you give uke chords for Rolled Shoulder? I don't know. I've never tried playing it on uke. What an interesting thing. Summer breeze in your direction. The weather's got a hold on you today. Wander around this old town. There's a chance that you might get to stay. Oh, bye, Anthony. guys, I think I figured out how to play Road Shoulder on this. Do I speak French? Do all Canadians speak French? People who live in Quebec speak Canadian French. I learned French in school up until about grade 7, and then I moved schools and stopped learning French. I didn't take it in high school, and so I lost most of it. So I can't hold a conversation in French. I know very few words, and also it's really hard to speak French, or at least for me it is. I couldn't wrap my mind around masculine and feminine components of French. It really confused me, and language is one of the hardest things to learn after the age of 13, because you don't have the brain capacity for it, because you're past the age where learning things is easy. I think I might be able to post uke chords. The summer breeze in your direction, the weather's got a hold on you today. Wide around this olden town, there's a chance that you might get to stay. All the while you take your time to take in everything you ought to know by now. And by the looks of this, the sun is never ever coming down. Why is your... I don't understand the question, Pina Coladas. Why? Also, why is your opinion of second fret 4 string on you? I don't... Second fret 4 string. So this string. This string. Also, hi, Melody Panda's here. Hello. Yeah, and you join on Discord. I don't have a kazoo. Otherwise, I would play it. I would play it at the same time I played this. By the looks of this, the sun is never ever coming down. Wow, I guess we figured out how to play it on uke. Okay. Ever find it weird that you have people from all over the world just casually texting you, even though you've never actually met them? I don't actually find it weird. I'm only gonna find it weird if they're stalkers, if they're trying to hunt me down or something. Sometimes I do have a little bit of anxiety about it, but not enough where I'm like detrimental. I think it's really cool. I think one of these days I got to go through my demographics and see what countries are watching me, because I genuinely want to know, who's being united over my over my music and stuff like that. Like, I want to know how many. I wish I knew how many people from different countries watched my music versus the Steven Universe covers, because let's face it, you all came here for Steven Universe content. That's just me being edgy. Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess this avoids the stress of falling out of it. It's not by... I mean, is Cavetown's real name Robin? If so, then yes. Didn't know the guy's name was Robin. No! No, Michael, no. I don't think I deserve that. I have a terrible face. Oh no, you didn't freak me out by exposing Cavetown. It's not like Cavetown has a real name the same way I have a real name. Or at least I think I do. People call me Deuteragonist. People call me Doot. People call me Dude. It's not weird. We were never told what to do with the sidewalk chalk on the block of our childhood. We were never told what to do with our mistakes and our decisions and the past that came with them. But I can only hope I found you well, because all the stories I have to tell. Tragedy and misery, and I am running on a single song, and I am gone. What's the highest note you can hit? I have no idea. I've never tested that theory. I'm sure there's the highest note that I can hit with the voice that I have, like right now, and then there's my falsetto voice, which is literally all up in my head. I'm gonna give you a little bit of an idea. I have trouble singing. I mean, you guys all saw me try to sing Wicked. That was a disaster. I have trouble singing the song Middle, which is another song by Zedd. I have to actually sing it pitched down. Oh, baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? I once tried to record a cover of that song, and then I realized my voice was horrendous. I have trouble hitting high notes in my own songs. There's the high note in for Forsake. Can I be taken away? Like I can't even hit it now. Like it takes a miracle for me to hit those high notes sometimes. Or the high note in From Here. Somebody get me out of here. Like, I'm not gonna do it full blast because there are people in this house. Yeah, but even in my own songs, my high notes are few and far between. And I like my low voice. I really like my low voice. I like it goes from alto to tenor to bass when I'm sick, which is actually the funniest thing ever. I should do a recording the next time I get ill because I'll be able to sing like Dean Martin. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Like I'd be able to sing something like that if I were actually like sick. Like I think that's hilarious. Also, I sing all the male parts of duets wonderfully because I have a fitted voice to that. Is Jib Jab a soprano? When he wants to be. I'm assuming that the first word is gonna be how. How do your parents feel about this channel? Funny enough, Fred Paulo actually asked the same kind of question in my very first live stream in me making a grilled cheese. You can go watch that video and search for that answer, but the short version is my mom watches my videos. She watched the Thanatophobic video and got very concerned. My family really likes my music. They don't really have a huge opinion on it. They ask me sometimes about, internet security and stuff like that, and whether or not it's a safe endeavor. My brother thinks it's kind of cool. My sisters think that it's really cool. All in all, it's pretty positive. I'm the one who covers Steven Universe. Excuse you. If you're evil and you're on the rise, you can count on the four of us taking you down. Cause we're good and evil never beats us. We'll win the fight and then go out for pizzas. We are the crystal gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why the people of this world believe in Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, and Steven! I've been told so many times that I sound like Steven Universe. Like, I don't understand. Am I really on the homepage of... I saw the thumbnail on your homepage of this stream. What does that mean? Am I on YouTube's homepage for live streaming? I don't know what that means. Oh, no. I might be Zach Callison. You never know. Zach Callison might just be a fraud. I might be the real Steven Universe. Do I like Justin Trudeau. The funny thing about Justin Trudeau is that when I say true, when people say something, I'm like, Trudeau. And they go, Trudeau. I think that's funny. My opinion on Justin Trudeau is I don't know enough about politics to have a firm opinion. That's an amazing thumbnail. Oh, that's funny. Wow. I'm keeping that forever. If you want to know what it is I'm losing my mind over, go to my Discord. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not too much into Canadian politics to know anything. Like, I'm old enough to vote, but like, there's not an election happening anytime soon. I don't think, anyways. I'm not educated enough. I think he is a little bit of a hothead. I think he's a little too young. Maybe a little bit too uneducated. He does seem very for left-leaning ideals, which is not really something I'm into at the moment. Also, I think he was also in full support of the changing of the national anthem, which I've had talks with my family about it. We're not in support of the change of the national anthem. Everyone still sings it the old way, or at least in my high school they did. And it's because it's pretty much ingrained in your brain because you learned it from the time you were like 2. So I just sing it by default because that's the way I remember it. And that's actually one of the few things I can do in French is sing the Canadian national anthem. It's funny, actually. But the other thing is that, again, I don't know enough, and people are like, "Oh, but the prime minister is cute." I don't care. I don't care whether or not my prime minister is attractive or not, or whether he's young and handsome or not. I don't care whether it's a guy or a girl. I care that they're taking care of my country. And I think if I don't know. I feel like he needs to get his priorities straightened out. Again, I'm a little uneducated, but if you're going to be my prime minister, country first, opinions later. I don't have a crush on the prime minister, for the record. Remember when they changed it, and also with your spirit a while, but I don't know what you're talking about. If you're trying to talk about the Canadian national anthem, that's not it, first of all. Don't ship me with Robin. Don't. I do feel like Robin and I should meet. You want my thoughts on Donald Trump? I like him better without his Twitter account, but I don't hate his platform. I'm not a US citizen, so like I don't know, like I don't think my political opinion really matters. I'm also a little bit too young for that. But I don't necessarily I like to see the good in people. I don't think his ideas are terrible. And sure, he has a little bit of a bad personality, but I don't think that takes away from anything. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on that. And people will get mad at me for not having an opinion on that. People will be like, "Oh, Trump's going to start World War III." I don't really think that's possible. I'm not saying World War III is not possible, because it totally is, but I have faith in the people, so I'm okay. And US politics is really none of my business at this point. What is going on in the chat? I'm talking politics and everyone's like, ooh, Doot and Robin, Doot and Case, Doot and what? And the Prime Minister. Like, what? Oh, thanks for having a reasonable opinion. Well, it's just an opinion that is lesser known. You don't have a lot of people who politically sit in the middle. Now, do I think that Trump is a better president than Hillary? Absolutely, I do. No doubt in my mind. And it's not a lesser of two evils situation. Look at their platforms. And that's just minor research on my part. But other than that, not really my business. In terms of politics, I'm just somebody who lives in a neighboring country. I live next door, technically. The US is Canada's loud neighbor. Yeah, I agree with you, Michael. Duet and Conan. I don't understand what's happening. My day's actually been pretty good. Thanks for asking. It's been a little bit sad. If you want to know why, go to the beginning of the stream. But other than that, I'm doing all right. Oh, is Jib Jab secretly the prime minister? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why would you ship Jib Jab with Case? That's literally something that doesn't make any sense. What is I don't understand. I'm not trying. Stop. Next thing I know, there's gonna be. No, if I say it, it's gonna happen. Don't. It's not for me to make myself jealous or whatever. Jib Jab can be shipped with himself. That is something I find acceptable. Jib Jab's relationship with me is strictly professional. Thanks for asking. Maybe I'll make a video about some of my songs that I hate, or some that I think are really underappreciated. Because there are songs, for sure, in some of my few, my albums in the past that I worked really, really hard on, and they don't get enough love. Yeah, Jib Jab's also married to his work, so literally, I don't want to, you know. Like, for example, an album that I think is, that doesn't get enough love is the Runaway Trilogy. I worked really hard on that, and that was in a time where my audio editing skills were horrendously terrible. But I had a theme going. It was a good trilogy. Every song feeds into the next one. Yeah. And also, I wrote that one for a good friend of mine who I miss. So. Oh, thank you for being in the stream, Melody. So what do you guys think of this? Should I do like weekly streams for combating the 4,380 hours? Because if you guys are actually into this, I will continue to do it. Grilled Cheese had 2 sequels, by the way. Also, I don't really... Pina Coladas, I don't think that's an appropriate ship. I mean... I feel very offset about that. It's not... Am I really that old? Am I really that much older than you? Are you still a high schooler? What kind of Asian are you? That's a weird question, but believe me, there are different types. Many, many, many different types. Maybe I should cosplay as a Pokemon trainer. I do look like one. Are you actually Filipino? That's awesome. Philo. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Ugh, I'm repenting. Pacific Islander. Wow. I'm just a boring kind of Asian. I'm not even full-bred Asian. I'm half Asian. Yeah. I am half Chinese. Way to decipher, Fred Paulo. The thing is that I'm like more interested in the white parts of my genealogy than the Asian parts of my genealogy, because Asian is like, it's one thing, it's Chinese. That's it. The white part of my genealogy actually has a whole lot of different things in it. I don't know. Some people can't actually tell sometimes because I either look too white or I look too Asian. Oh, that was not good for my guitar. I actually make this joke that I'm a dragonborn. because the white part of my genealogy is, the majority of it is actually Welsh, and the coat of arms for Wales is it has a dragon on it, so I thought it was funny. It's not like I'm Doma or anything like that, but all right, I'll keep that in mind, Della Crawford. I don't think you look like you're from India. You just look Asian. Okay. Mulan was probably the only Disney role model I actually had. But I'm not Mulan. I'm not that cool. I do martial arts, but I'm not that cool. For anyone who actually wants to know what Starp put, it's the Starp put, it's the effing Jib Jab imposter. And I have no idea what you're talking about, for the record. I mean, yeah, learning about your genealogy is takes a dip, especially if your genealogy really dips into the world wars. I mean, I don't know. All right, that's a little bit threatening, Starp. We don't need to go there. I will give brownie points to whoever can guess what song this is. It's not the Pokemon theme. I don't really know how you would get that. It's one of my songs, so I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but you guys will be able to find it later. Also, nobody correctly guessed the song from my last stream, and I will say that song, Walk Along in My Torn Up Red Shoes, was the lyric I kept singing. That song is actually from the Runaway Trilogy, which again, I think is underappreciated. It's from Free and Renewed. Yeah, but as for the song I just played, I'm not going to tell you guys. You guys can go figure it out on your own. What is my favorite language other than English? I don't know if this answer counts as cheating, but sign language is my favorite. It's not really one that relies on speaking, but okay, fine. It's a little bit cheating, but like, okay. I do love the language though. It's fantastic. Mm. If you're asking if the song that I just played is from the trilogy, no, it is not. See, but the thing is that I only have to play. What? I only have to play this much, and I have to play. And everyone knows what that song is, right? Because if you listen to my music, like music is also a universal language, and that's probably my second favorite language. Yeah, I see Michael gets it. You know why? Because that's probably Michael's favorite song. And then there's like I couldn't get away with being like, ooh, guess this song, and then played. Like, I couldn't get away with that. Sounds too cool. Maybe I can stump you guys. You swallowed a watermelon seed? Well, you're gonna be pregnant with a watermelon. Sorry, that's how it goes. I would say 9 months, but I want to say that you actually have 9 minutes. So I would suggest acting quickly. Okay. This song is not mine. Let's see if anybody can guess it. Repetitive. Yeah. It's Fever Dreamless by Case, or Sleep by Case, or Fever Dreamless by Carcat, or Sleep by Carcat. Like, oof. I used to know the riff to Stairway to Heaven. I think I actually have it. I think I actually have a recording of it on the channel. It's of me just playing on my electric. Yeah, I used to know how to play it, but I don't. I don't remember how to play it anymore. Do I know any Nirvana? No, wish I did. All I can think about when I hear Smells Like Teen Spirit is here we are now in containers, avocado, a potato. Anytime my friend would play that, I would always sing that at the top of my lungs and he would just die laughing. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo doo. Mommy shark doo 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 doo. I can't do the cover of the shark songs. Can we get Doot to rap? And not today. I don't have anything on hand. Well, I guess you're crying then. Advice on bar chords. Use a capo and don't do bar chord. No, I'm kidding. Use a capo and practice doing bar chords on the high part of the neck, because as you can see, the frets get smaller and smaller as you go down. So it'll be good practice for smaller hands. So, for example, this actually, so this is a B minor. I'm dying. Yeah, if you're not bleeding, you're not doing it correctly. If you're not bleeding, if you don't have blisters, if you don't work your way up to calluses, you're not doing it. You're not doing it right. What I would suggest is doing something like doing the bar chord of a B minor, but what you can actually get away with is you can use your middle finger and press down on top of your index finger. And you can, it's a different chord. It's not B minor, but what I would suggest is first practice with chords that only require 2 fingers for the actual notes and 1 bar. That way you can get used to the pressure of having something on top of your first finger pressing down. And then you can slowly work your way up to bar chords that solely rely on your index finger and having 3 fingers play on the notes. You can use your thumb to hold the bass note, but my thumbs don't work that way. So it depends on who you are and what your hands are like. Oh, it's B9? Fantastic. If you sing People by Oliver Tree, I will stop saying Extremely Mundanes and I will leave the Jib Jab cult. I don't actually need anybody to leave the Jib Jab cult. I do have small hands. I also have piano hands, which is why I play piano. I don't think it's bad to use your thumb while playing guitar. It's just that I'm not used to it. I don't really think it's like, I don't like it. Even when people use their thumbs on ukes, which is a little bit more acceptable, I don't like it. I don't like the feeling of it. I like using my thumb as support on the back of the neck so that I can have a grip, so I can actually have a pinching motion to grip the guitar better and have a better set on my calluses. I'm going to say no to the proposition because I don't know the song and I don't have any desire to learn it right now. See, even when I play these chords, my thumb will be out, but my thumb won't be anywhere near touching the strings. I'll just use it, the bass part of my thumb, to support myself. so often. What do you watch besides YouTube? Series, cartoons. Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of my favorite shows. Legend of Korra is not better than Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you think it is, you are wrong. Please accept that and move on. And Della, no, I have not listened to either of those artists. Actually, I might have listened to the second one. Maybe not definitely not the first one. Other shows that I watch. I did watch both seasons of 13 Reasons Why. I would advise people that are going to watch the show, don't watch it in the middle of your depression, because that's what I did, and that was a terrible idea. What's a story I can tell later? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, fantastic show. I need to get back into watching The Office. I did start watching Futurama, and then I stopped. I watched all of Rick and Morty. I watched all of Gravity Falls. I'm obviously caught up on Steven Universe. Star versus the Forces of Evil. I watch a lot of kids shows. As a grown adult, I watch a lot of kids shows. I've never actually watched a full episode of Parks and Recreation, and I've also never watched a full episode of Scrubs, and those are things I need to do. Yeah, there's a couple of Sense8. That's a show that is fantastic. Fantastic show. What else do I watch? I have been watching The Handmaid's Tale again. Great show. I don't really know what else to say about that. Opinions on fully electronic music, like music with no real instruments played, like EDM. I don't hate it. If it's a bop, I'm good with it. I don't know. I do think there's something a little bit. I harbor a little bit of animosity towards things that are just fabricated. But if it's a bop, it's a bop. I don't know. I'm not gonna go out and say like, "Ooh, I hate this kind of music," because music is music. Music is music. Leave music alone. I create my stuff. They create their stuff. If it sounds good to people's ears, I have no issue. I think I have heard music from Andrew. It's vaguely familiar. I probably have. Jordan Peterson sounds familiar. Very familiar. Can I play Cookie Cat? I don't know the chords for Cookie Cat. Oh. Now he's at your local grocery store. Cookie Cat, he's a pet for your tummy. Cookie Cat, he's super duper yummy. Cookie Cat, he left his family behind. Cookie Cat, now available at so-and-so store. Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. I can't help it if I make a scene. Stepping out of my hot pink limousine. I'm turning heads and I'm stopping traffic. When I pose, they scream, and when I joke, they laugh. I got a pair of eyes that they're getting lost in. They're hypnotized by my way of walking. I got them dazzled like a stage magician. When I point, they look, and when I talk, they listen. Well, everybody needs a friend, and I got you and you and you. So many I can't even name them. Can you play me? I'm too famous. Haven't you noticed that I'm a star? I'm coming into view as the world is turning. Haven't you noticed I made it this far? Now everyone can see me burning. Now everyone can see me burning. Now everyone can see me burning. I can't hit high notes to save my life. They're like, again, they're few and far between. At the same time, I like high notes. I like when I can hit high notes. Wonder if I can. Often. No, I'm not gonna do For Just One Day. I've already got enough complaints about that song, about how the chords are all wrong, and I was just like, sorry, did it by ear. Got a problem with it? Go to another channel. I'm gonna see how low I can sing This Is Home. Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess this avoids the stress of falling out of it. Are you tired of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but I swear when I'm ready I will fly us out of here. Ooh, I'll cut my hair. Ooh, to make you stare. Ooh, bite my chest and I'll figure out a way to get us out of here. Can you put the capo on your guitar and only the 4 high strings? So these strings. How many songs can I finger pick? I just finger pick. It's like a reflex. I'm not gonna play Take on Me. I'm in a house and people are sleeping, and I don't want to do In a Day or Two. I think I'm done. I think I'm done, guys. Okay, if you guys want to hear me sing Aha's Take on Me or other songs, you can at me in the Discord. And I will put the Rhythm Bot in Discord. Can I play banjo? If I owned a banjo, I could probably learn how to play it. Oh, okay. On the subject of my high notes, I can't do high notes very well, but one thing I can do very well is vocal riffs and runs. Example, I can sing the most complicated runs in Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. I actually sung them while I was at camp, and people were like, "Whoa, how do you do that with your voice?" I was like, "I'm a sampler. I copycat everybody." So I basically learned how to copycat Mariah Carey. Take me on, I'll be gone in a day or two. Okay. I will do a small thing of Aha's Take on Me in Discord after the stream is over, which will be very, very soon. So do that. Do you sing in a British accent when you sing a song by a British person? I don't know. I don't think I've sung a song that's British enough. I mean, I don't even know if is Robin British? Actually, I don't know. But like even like Robin, like Cavetown has an accent, and I don't even know if I replicated his accent when I sing because my voice and his voice are very different. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay, well, I think I am going to end the stream here. If you want to hear my basic riffs and runs, listen to my music. They're everywhere. Like you can listen to Now. So I go, where am I now? Like stuff like that. So where am I now? Like that's a basic riff, run, whatever. Or if I like actually wanted to go Mariah Carey, like all I want for Christmas is you. Like that's Mariah Carey. Like that's how my voice works. Like I have very good vocal control. But I can't sing high notes, so you know. Yeah, it's one of my talents is doing riffs and runs. Anyways, I am going to end the stream here. I'm not going to do a whistle register because I actually don't know how to do whistle tones very well. But aside from that, I wanted to thank you guys for being in the stream, all 7 of you. Wow, that's actually what a number. I want to thank you guys for being in the stream and for being in the first episode of combating the 4,380 hours. And I will do that cover of a-ha's Take on Me in the Discord. If you want to see me do it, there's a link in the description. Go do that. Yeah, I will have Jib Jab see you guys out as always. Bye, everyone.